Okay, can you see the slides okay?
Nice and clear, Duncan.
Right, okay, good evening everybody. I'd like to welcome you. My name is Duncan Wood. I'm calling from North Wales here in the UK. We're about to hear, especially for the brand new people, the most amazing business or system, should I call it, that I have ever seen. It is unlike anything you've probably ever seen in the past, very different. Just tell you a little bit about my background. I've made a full-time living online. I started off in network marketing and then moved to online marketing, been doing that for quite a few years. But this last year, 2018, was one of the worst years I've had. Through various things, companies letting me down, and various things happened all at once. And I got into a negative cash flow situation. I've not been in for a long, long time. If you'd have asked me if I'd have been in this situation a year before, no, I wouldn't have believed you. But I was in that position, so I needed something. I didn't know what. I was looking for something, and I was very fortunate. A very good friend of mine called John Van Dersen messaged me, and he sent me a video. I did watch it, but I shouldn't have watched it that day. I wasn't in the right place to have watched the video. And luckily for me, he messaged me again 7 days later to tell me he'd received in his bank 56,000. Well, I don't know about you. I had to call him, I had to find out what was this system he was doing, why was it different. I wanted to know everything. Cut a long story short, I started with another company before Impact101, but I started that system that night with $250. That's all I ever put in. All I can tell you is the best system I have ever seen or ever done. It's a bit of a story about how Impact101 came about, but I'm going to tell you that this company is different than anything you've ever seen before in the past. So if you've been let down like I have, don't know why mine is, okay, like I have, with various companies, bad management, payment processes letting you down, this system is different. So empty your mind out. Your mind only works if it's open. I'm going to take you through why Impact101 is is going to be one of the biggest crowdfunding systems in the world. So let me talk first of all, why crowdfunding? Well, let's explain first of all what crowdfunding is and what it isn't. Well, first of all, it's a system. It's been used for thousands and thousands of years, but because of the internet now, crowdfunding is growing massively. And it's also because of what I'm about to talk about, the banking system is failing us. But crowdfunding is a system of raising funds for whatever your cause might be. And a lot of people get confused. You know, the first person I ever spoke to about this, this is what he said to me: it was illegal. He put doubt in my mind, but I decided I'd go and do my own research. And I asked a solicitor friend of mine, I can tell you now, peer-to-peer crowdfunding, because that's the first question he asked me, is what type of crowdfunding is this? Peer-to-peer is totally legal in every country throughout the world. There are various types of crowdfunding, and you can see from this slide here, go to the FCA, the Financial Conduct Authority, which is the UK-based financial conduct system. That certain types of crowdfunding, like loan or investment-based, are regulated, but peer-to-peer is totally legal in every country in the world. So why crowdfunding? Well, it's because of this. It's because of the banking crisis that happened in 2006 to 2008, and we're still feeling the effects of that today. And if you think that was the last crash, think again. I think the next one is going to be even bigger. It's the banks that are causing the problem. The banks are failing people, business and investors. They've lost trust with the banking system, and it's doomed to fail. It really is. So the banks have created the problem. There is a massive problem in the financial system, and it's all being viewed. I don't know who it is, but if you could mute yourself, everybody can hear you. 1 second. Just bear with me. Okay, I put everybody on mute. If you have got noise in the background, if you could please mute yourself. It is very disruptive for everybody else. Okay, so the banks have caused the problem. There has to be a better way. Imagine if you didn't have debt. Imagine if there was a way of generating revenue for whatever cause you wanted. That is what crowdfunding is about. So crowdfunding is growing massively. I'll show you a little bit more in a minute, but these are some of the biggest crowdfunding systems that you will find on the internet. Now, I'd heard of a lot of these companies. I'd heard of GoFundMe, I'd heard of Indiegogo. I did actually think that they were loan companies. I didn't realize they were crowdfunding systems. GoFundMe is currently the biggest one in the world. Impact101 intends to be the #1 system of choice that people choose if they're looking for crowdfunding to raise funds for whatever reason. So how big is the market? Well, crowdfunding is growing massively. If you go to a website called Fundly, do your own research. In 2017, $34 billion was donated through crowdfunding, through systems like this. That's projected to grow by 300 billion by 2025. Just ask yourself this question: how much of this market would you like? It's a huge growing industry. One of the fastest growing industries in the world. Just look at these statistics. Crowdfunding is currently growing year on year at 136% per year. Just think about that. Compare that to any other industry. If you're involved in any other business, do you know how that business is growing right now? I don't think you'll find any other industry growing as fast as this right now. And we have a product, a system that everybody wants, everybody needs, everybody can use it anywhere in the world. So just look at these companies. PayPal, the largest payment provider in the world, now offering a system to allow anybody to use their system to crowdfund. Now, think about it. A major company like this with sites and millions of people all over the world, they will have done huge research into crowdfunding, and massive costs will have gone into marketing and to integrate a system like this into their platform. So, PayPal, when somebody says to me that crowdfunding is illegal, well, ask yourself a question. Do you think PayPal would be doing crowdfunding if it was illegal? Do you think social media sites like PayPal, sorry about Facebook would be using crowdfunding? This system can be used by any crowdfunding or any person anywhere in the world. You don't have to be a big company. You don't need to be a charity. You do need to be 18 or over, and you do need a phone or a computer. As I said, this works in every country throughout the world as long as they have internet access. So who's behind this company? Well, Frank's video, I was very fortunate to get to know Frank by accident, because in the previous company, I had to send Frank a donation. And he had a system that I wanted to know how he'd got it. I wanted it. I messaged him and we ended up talking, and I am a great believer in things happen for a reason. Did I know that 2 months later, Frank would set up his own crowdfunding system? One thing I can tell you, Frank has had massive success in business. He's had 20 years marketing and sales experience. He formed Castle Rock Research, study guides in specialized marketing in QR codes and mobile landing pages. And in 2011, he formed QRGL, which is the company today. This is just another marketing arm to his existing company. So a well-established company with a fantastic track record, with now just another system, Impact101, attached to that existing company. Frank has massive experience, and his partner, Hans Luhmann, who's been with him for 25 years, he is also a top IT expert. He's developed custom solutions for leading high-tech companies. He's on the board of directors with Link Global Technologies Incorporated, a Canadian blockchain company. And as I said, in 2011, they both formed QRGL and then launched in 2019 Impact101. So why this company? Well, imagine if you'd have got involved in some of these massive names a few years back. These are companies that have grown throughout every country in the world in a very short period of time compared to what we class as traditional companies. So imagine how wealthy you'd be today. Timing is everything in business. If you got involved in Microsoft or Amazon on day one, how wealthy would you be today? So timing is perfect. Crowdfunding is growing massively, hugely, and it's not going to slow down. Impact 101 was launched on the 17th of January. This is right at the beginning. I couldn't think of a better time to get involved with a company in an industry that's growing massively worldwide. So how does it actually work? Well, it's a single platform crowdfunding and marketing system that allows you to receive half of everything that happens in your donation grids for life. Okay, it's based on a 2x2 grid process. This is actually one of the simplest, most successful systems any company has used in history. And Impact 101 is a team crowdfunding system. What does that mean? It means that it's not based on your own efforts or 100% of your own efforts. It can be, you can get help from above, from people you introduce, a mixture of both. So you can receive donations literally seconds after registering. So Impact 101 is a peer-to-peer, as I said before, team crowdfunding system. What does that actually mean? This is the key point that I saw when I saw this system. The fact is, you're not reliant on a company. You're not reliant on a company holding your money. You don't have to withdraw your money from the company. There's no middlemen, no middle payment processors. In fact, it's just a website, a system that you can use to generate as many donations as you want. Those donations are paid from person to person, direct to your bank account. So Impact 101 provides you with an easy to navigate, totally automated, feature-rich dashboard. It displays everything in real time, allows you to monitor your donations literally seconds by second. I can tell you there's no better feeling than just waking up in the morning and seeing money in your bank account. Absolutely incredible feeling. So it's a step-by-step system. This is a picture of your back office, and it literally takes you step by step. The first step is to pay the membership, which is $25 for 6 months or $40 for 1 year. And that is the only money that ever goes to the company. Once you've paid for your license, you now choose your grid or grids. You can have multiple grids. That's really up to each individual. All I can tell you is whatever level you decide to start with will be the only out-of-pocket money you will ever be out of pocket. From that point on, it is literally a case of it completely self-funding itself. You are literally then just going to receive donations, and as long as you keep donating, you keep receiving, and you're always receiving 3 times more than you're donating. Once you've donated to 2 people, you can now set up your payment methods, the methods by which you want to receive donations, and then you donate to the first person and donate to the second person. Basically, that's it. You are now set up. You just now share with others, and as I said, you just keep doing that. You share, you donate first, you share, and you receive. You donate, share, and you receive. It's as simple as that. Okay, these are the grids. There's actually 8 in total. The grey figures at the top are the amount you donate for each grid. You can only ever have 1 grid of each level open at any one time. You can have, as I said, multiple grids, but everybody has to start from the $40 grid, the minimum. You couldn't start, as an example, first on the $150. You'd have to have the 40, the 80, and the 150. But you can have as many grids as you want. If you really can afford it, you can start with all 8 grids. And believe you me, there's plenty of people that do that. I personally started with the first 4, but it really is up to you. So how does it actually work? There are 6 empty spaces underneath you at the top of any grid, and they are all exactly the same. The only difference is you receive more and you donate more on each grid. So let's take the $40 grid. As you can see, you will donate $40, half, it's split 50-50, half goes to one person, half goes to another, and you're now eligible to receive in total $120 once those 6 positions are filled. Now that can be, as I said, from above, from you, from people you introduce, a mixture of both. Doesn't matter, you still receive the same. Once that grid is finished, you donate again $40 on obviously the $40 grid, and you can now receive a total of $120 as many times as you want. Now, as I said, you can only ever have one grid open on each level, but you can be running the 40, the 80, the 150, and the 300 simultaneously. So you'll be receiving donations, as an example, in the 300 grid of 150 a time, in the 150 day grid, $75 a time, in the $80 grid, $40 at a time, and the $20 grid, the $40 grid, $20 a time. Really up to you where you start. The key thing to remember is whatever you decide to start with will be the only time you outlay money. From that point on, it's a completely self-funding system. Okay, as I said, there's two methods for your membership. It's either the $25 for 6 months or $40 for 1 year. You can choose to pay that through PayPal, or through PayPal with a credit or debit card, with Bitcoin, with Dashcoin. It really is up to you. You then set up your methods of receiving donations. This is quite important. My advice is use or offer as many methods as you possibly can. As an example, PayPal, TransferWise, Uphold, digital currency or Bitcoin, or bank accounts, Bankwire as an example. The more methods you offer, the simpler it is for anybody anywhere in the world to send you donations. This is the 3 simple steps to get started. First of all, you pay your license fee, then you become what's called an active member. How do you become an active member? You just have to donate to 2 people. The system tells you who those 2 people are. One will be your sponsor, one will be somebody that you drop under. Nobody knows and nobody controls who that person will be. But once you've become an active member, your role then is just to introduce 2 people and help them do exactly the same. So in this example, let's say there's you introduce Sue and Bill. Your role now is just to help Sue and Bill find 2 people each. Let's say Sue introduces Sally and Jack, and Bill introduces Tom and somebody else in that right-hand position. You have now filled that grid, and that's your job in that grid finished. Okay, let me just go through that again. So let's say, as an example, there's you now introduce Sue, and let's say now Bill is introduced. It could be you that introduced Bill, it could be your sponsor. Doesn't matter. Either way, Sue, first of all, donates to you $20 in this $40 grid. Bill donates $20 to you. At that point, you've literally broken even. Now, let's say Sue introduces Sally. What does Sally do? She donates $20 to Sue, $20 to you. Now Sue introduces Jack. Sue is now qualified. Jack donates $20 to Sue. Sue donates $20 to you. Same thing with Bill now. It could be Bill that introduced Tom. It could be you. It could be your sponsor. It doesn't matter. Either way, Tom donates $20 to Bill, $20 to you. Let's say Dan now comes in. Dan donates $20 to Bill and $20 to you. Either way, that grid has now, you have received a total of $120, the maximum you can receive on that grid. Once that's finished, you donate $40 out of the $120 that you've received, and you do it again and again and again. So do it as many times as you want. So these are the 8 levels in total. As I said, the objective really is to have all 8 grids running at the same time. On the level 1, you can see there you first of all donate $40 in total, split $20 to one person, $20 to another, and you now have 6 positions. You will receive back $20 on each position, which equals $120. Level 2 is $80, $40 split, 1 to one person, 1 to another. That's 6 times now. You're going to receive a total of $40 to a maximum of $240. Now ask yourself this question: would you do exactly the same thing on level 1 as you do on level 8? Would you prefer to receive donations of $2,400 a time or donations of $20? The quicker you get up to the higher levels, the quicker you will see the higher donations that you might want if you have a big reason why. I can tell you when you get to those higher levels, it is unbelievable what happens. Not only are you receiving on, say, level 8, you're also receiving, possibly even in the same day, donations from level 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1, sometimes multiple donations all in one day. So Impact Crowdfunding, there's the donation grids. They're the levels that you can, returns that you can see on each level. The examples shown are for example purposes only. They're not guaranteed, but I can tell you this is a system that if you work hard, it really does reward massively. So it doesn't matter what your background or previous experience is. The Impact system is designed for success. It's a fully automated system that helps you fill your donation grids quickly. It does most of the work for you, does all the explaining for you. There are videos that in your back office, and our system can create an endless stream of donations coming to you. As a member, you have complete access to the entire system, which includes a fully customized and personalized mobile landing page. This mobile landing page, by the way, QRGL have been selling to other companies and still do for $250 a year subscription, and you actually get 2 of them. And so you can send this landing page to people. It has everything they need to understand this system, including the videos, and those videos are now in various languages. You can use your own personalized website, just like the one we're showing you now, where people can get more information and join your team. There's videos there that you can just send people to do the talking for you. There's a state-of-the-art back office which tracks all of your donations, your grids, your team, and your donations in real time. It is literally live as things happen. Help and support from a team of leaders who will walk you through everything, and they're there to back you up every step of the way. The Impact system is designed for success, and it's designed to get you results you want and the results you deserve. I know there's a lot of people on this call that, like me, for years have been looking for a company that they can hang their hat on and say, this is my home. Unfortunately, like a lot of people, we've all been let down time and time again. I can honestly say, if you get to know, and I would advise to go and listen to the webinars, listen to the owner, Frank, and you make up your own judgment about this company and where this is going to go. This is working for many people, and it will work for you too. All you need to do is just make a commitment, have a massive reason why, and reach out to people. Reach out to somebody you don't know and ask them a simple question. I found a way that a lot of people are receiving lots of donations very quickly. If I sent you a short video, would you watch it? There's various methods you can use. You know, I basically ask people, do you need or want more money right now? If they say yes, I ask them another question. Do you know at least 2 other people that need or want more money right now? And if they say yes, I ask them a question. Can I share a video with you, and will you watch it? And I ask them when will they watch it. I will call them back just to find out last time if they watched it. So all you do is you share your Impact101 mobile landing page or your replicated website link. They can watch those powerful videos. They do most of the explaining themselves. And this is just a system that you just repeat over and over again. You keep it really simple and let your team help you do the same thing. So this is some of the back office that delivers all the information that you need. You can see all your grids. You can see exactly what you need to do each day. You just log in on your dashboard and it will tell you what you need to do. All your grids and all your donations are recorded. So everything is there. You have donations to confirm, donations to be received, completely all listed and recorded. On the left, you see the total donations sent. On the right, you see the total donations received. And there are videos explaining everything. This is a grids donations explained, and also video explains it as well. And this is the configurable mobile landing that everybody gets, which can actually advertise any business that you currently do, including Impact101. So my advice is get back to the person that invited you on this call today. Have a massive reason why, and my advice is listen to the trainings. The trainings in the back office are fantastic. You know, if there's anybody on this call that's already in Impact 101, and as an example, you find it difficult to recruit, my advice is go and listen to the trainings and listen to them again and again until the penny drops. Most people actually complicate this system. You really don't need to. The simpler it is, the easier you'll find it, and you'll actually become to enjoy it. And you do need to have your reason why, a dream, your goal, your ambition, whatever that is. That's what's going to motivate you. That's the reason why you're here today. So you need to have commitment, and you need a balance of what your commitment is against what time you're going to put into the system. But learn the system. All you do need to do is to list people, keep adding to that list, contact those people, share the video with them, and follow up and work as a team. It is a team effort. We have a fantastic company behind us with some fantastic management in place and some brilliant people all helping each other. So I hope you do all come on board, and that's the end of the presentation now. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen, and I shall open up the mics. If anybody does want to ask a question, you can unmute yourself, and you're welcome to fire away with any questions. But we run through the basic questions most people ask. They are always the same. There's not many, to be honest with you. The main one is people do ask whether it is legal. I can tell you, go and do your own research. It is totally legal in every country in the world. And just so you understand, you know, some people do get donations mixed up with gifting. Gifting is a gift as it sounds. If I gave you a gift, I have actually paid my tax on that. It is not taxable on your end. A donation is taxable. So there is a difference. So if you hear somebody comparing this with gifting, it's nothing like it. This is, as I said, nobody will ever stop donations. Nobody can ever stop somebody donating money to anybody for whatever reason they want. That would just stop the whole world turning if that did happen. With regards to sustainability, well, this will go on for years and years and years, way beyond our lifetime, I can tell you that. Do people ever stop donating? Well, yes, if you want to stop receiving, all you have to do is stop donating and you will stop receiving. As long as you keep donating, you will keep receiving. Am I going to stop donating to other people? Absolutely not. I know everybody on this call who's already in Impact 101 will carry on donating. Why? Because they're always receiving more than they're donating. Simple as that. If anybody wants to unmute their mic, please go ahead and fire away with any questions if you have any.
Hey, Duncan, Sean here. How you doing? Yeah, good. There's a few questions coming in. I don't know if they want to ask them themselves. But Donna, she says, I'm struggling to understand how it works with just two new people. Okay. Stop there. And next question was, what if you start in the 4 grids and only have 2 people in 1 grid?
Okay, good question. Well, let's take the first one. Donna, you can have 2 people minimum, and those 2 people, if you work with them, think about it, if you help them introduce 2 people and help those 2 people and so on, you need never find another 2 people. My advice is go and find more, because what happens, as an example, if one of those 2 people does nothing, but those 2 people can follow you on every grid throughout, right the way up to the 8 grids. And if they are the same people, that means you are qualified on each grid level as long as those 2 people stay in the system. But my advice is, if you can, go and find more. Simple as that. What was the other question?
What it was, Duncan, says if you start in the 4 grids, okay, and only 2 people in 1 grid.
Okay, Donna, let me give you an example. Let's say you're in the $40 grid, and you introduce somebody who decides to start in the $40 and the $80 grid. What that would mean is you, yes, would receive the donations from the $40 grid, but you would miss out on one donation on the $80 grid. Now, as soon as you do upgrade to the $80 grid, you will pick up that person for life, because in this system, it's called a follow me. And as it says, anybody that you have personally introduced will follow you on each grid level, as long as you are at that same grid level. So as an example, if somebody did upgrade to the 80 before you'd upgraded, you would miss out on one donation. As soon as they did upgrade to the $80 level, you would pick them up. They would drop back into your 40 and your 80 grid. When you actually see that follow me system working, I can tell you a light bulb moment will happen for a lot of people. It did with me. The first person, or one of the first people I introduced, was Colin Simmons. I know Colin's on the call, and he will tell you this is a true story. I remember calling Colin because I thought he'd gone and registered it again. He hadn't, because he was out at the time. What had happened is the system automatically put him back into my grid, and he was donating, or it was basically telling me that he was about to donate to me again. So the follow me system works brilliantly. What's so amazing about it, if you think about it, if you had 6, 10, 20 odd people, those people are going to follow you every grid in every level for life. So, you know, anybody that thinks you have to keep going out recruiting and recruiting more and more people, think again. It's just a case of finding a small group of people that are committed and stick with it, and basically just help you and you help them. Simple as that.
Great, Duncan. Another question in from Bazam. He says he didn't understand how the crowdfunding side works. Also, are the donations automatic from the grids?
How the crowdfunding works? Well, crowdfunding is just a system. I mean, crowdfunding is basically a group of people all grouping together for a certain cause or method that they feel strongly about. This is just a system where we're using crowdfunding to help each other. Everybody has a reason why they want to, or why they are here. That might be, for my particular reason right now, is I went back into debt and I want to get back out of debt, and then I want to generate revenue to be able to set myself up for life, and then I will have causes I want to donate to. Everybody has their reason why. So crowdfunding is just a system where you are donating. You choose to donate. You know, if you don't want to donate to a particular system, then you don't. Simple as that. So it's just a system, that's all. It's been going around for thousands of years. My advice is go and study and find out about crowdfunding. Sean, what was the other question he asked?
No, I think that was the only question Bazam had. I think that's all I can see anyway. So
Bazam, I recommend go and just type into Google what is crowdfunding, and you'll find out exactly, well, on those slides there's a website there that you can go to. There's all sorts of information you can find out on the internet about crowdfunding. There's loads of companies doing it, loads of different types of crowdfunding systems, but this is peer-to-peer.
That's great. That's great, Duncan. We've just got Caroline in, and hello everyone. I'm new here. Is this a worldwide open? And Robert has already answered us saying it's global.
Just to give you some idea, one thing I didn't mention, I think we were 44 days old. I think we're 46 days old now. We're currently in 112 countries. So far, there's over $1 million being donated through this system in literally less than, what is it? It's literally a couple of months. Not
44 days, I think, Duncan.
It's unbelievable. And I don't know what the figure is on the views on the site, but within 1 month we had 1.7 million views to the site. This is just going to grow exponentially. So, you know, my advice to anybody looking at this right now: get your answers, your questions answered. Take this seriously, and I mean seriously, like nothing else you've ever looked at before. If you have any questions in your mind, get them answered. Get back to the person that introduced you. If they can't help you, go above them, or ask anybody in the groups that we're in the rooms that we're in. I can tell you this is the most amazing system I have ever seen. I am so excited about our future. And we haven't seen anything yet. I can tell you in the next few days, you're going to see the website in various languages coming out very soon. Already the videos are already in various languages. As more and more people come in on each country, you're going to see those videos translated into every language in the world, and then all the sites will be in various languages. And I'm not talking about Google Translate here. These are professional translators that are going to be doing this. It has to be right. And that's the one thing I like about Frank and his team of people. When they do something, they do it right, and they don't say it and then don't do it. Everything that they have said they are doing, they've done, and beyond our expectations. So, what we're about to see is nothing to what we're seeing now is nothing to what we're about to see.
Yeah, Duncan, just a couple of questions, which is I think I can help answer them, and yourself can answer them. It says, do we have social, Facebook, YouTube site where we can tell people on the videos? And that was from Bazam, and one was from Jim. Where can I access the recording of this?
Well, this will be recorded. Well, this is being recorded, and as soon as the meeting's finished, then it'll be uploaded onto YouTube, and I will put a copy in the Facebook groups and the chat room. So everybody on this call, if you've introduced any new people, make sure they are introduced to the Facebook rooms and the WhatsApp group. We've also now got a Telegram group, so there's plenty of places where we can communicate with people and keep you updated. Obviously, the main area as well is your back office, because all the company webinars, all the company trainings are recorded. As soon as they're finished, they are uploaded in your back office. So go to the video section in your back office, have a look. Definitely, if you've not listened to the training that we had last week and the week before, I can honestly say, listen, I've been in this industry most of my life now, 30 odd years. I still learn an awful lot. My sponsor, John Van Dersen, and his partner, Joe, some of the best people in what I call the networking arena. They really do know their stuff. And if you are struggling with recruiting, then you need to really go and listen to those trainings. They're the most important thing you've got in your back office. Listen to them again and again, and listen to what they're saying. Keep it simple. Don't complicate it. Let the videos do the talking. Let the tools do the talking, do the work for you. That's all I can say, really. We have a lifeline for people, so you've just got to reach out and throw a lifeline to people and just get good at showing a video. That's all you need to do in this business.
Yeah. Another question is from Jim. I don't know really why they should register, but he said, can someone register and not make a donation? I don't know why you should register.
They can. I don't know why they would register, yeah. But put it this way, if you don't make a donation, you won't receive. Simple as that. You have to, the good thing about this system, and this is one thing I questioned when I first saw it, you can't actually position anybody where you want in a group. Let me just put everybody on mute because I can hear some noise in the background. Sean, if you unmute yourself, if I mute everybody. The system is totally safe. You can't fiddle it. You can't manipulate it like you can in some companies. You can't position people. It literally fills automatically left to right, top to bottom. And what was your question, Sean? Just remind me, what did...
He said the question was, can someone register and not make a donation?
Oh, yeah. Well, the system won't actually allow you to go into the grid until you've donated. So again, the system won't allow anybody to receive donations unless they have donated. So the first thing is you do have to donate. Why anybody would want to join, pay the $25 and not donate, because they're not going to receive anything. The good thing about this system is, yes, you can receive donations without recruiting, but my advice is go out and find your 2 people as fast as you can. There are thousands, tens of millions of people out there. hurting right now. All you've got to do in this system is find and ask people, do you want or need more money right now? That's it. Ask as many people as you can. People say to me they run out of people. You'll never run out of people. Just keep meeting people, get their business cards from them, keep adding to your list every day, and just contact people. And there is always a way, and we're talking about social media here as well. You can use social media. You know, there's people all over the world. They're all the same. They're all wanting the same things. Everybody wants to either get out of debt. You know, in some third world countries, they just want to have the basic needs to live. Well, there is a lifeline here that you can throw anybody, anywhere in the world. Literally, we have what everybody wants and everybody needs. Just go and help them. Simple as that.
Bassam's got another question. Can I get donations from my sponsor and those under me, or just from those people under my grid?
You won't necessarily get donations from your sponsor, but what you will find at some point, if it doesn't happen in the first grid, it will happen in the next grid, or it might happen when one grid finishes and you go into the next grid. You will at some point receive donations from people that you don't even know, that maybe your sponsor introduced, or there's people that, as an example, have missed out on a donation because they weren't at that grid level and you were. So there's various ways that you will receive donations from various people you've never met from every country in the world. Any more questions, Sean?
No, it's. I'm going to unmute myself now, or rather mute myself, and then ask if anybody needs any more questions, or they can chat.
If there's anybody that wants to, did somebody speak then? No. So okay, if nobody else has got any questions, I'm going to finish for the night. I'm sure you've got better things to do on a Sunday night.
Excuse me, Duncan.
Yes, who's that speaking?
Hi, Duncan. It's Lynn Gravel.
Good to have you.
Duncan, you were mentioning earlier that there were, various crowdfunding groups out there, and of course, some of them are very, like crowdfunding and PayPal and all that, but obviously others that are doing similar things that this group is doing. What would you say, or can you say, makes your group, this platform, better than the others that you are aware of? And I don't mean GoFundMe.
Okay, I'm glad you asked, because it's a very good question. It's something that not many people ask, and it's one of the questions that went through my mind. What is to stop anybody from going to PayPal, as an example, or GoFundMe? Well, good question. The main difference is this. First of all, with GoFundMe or PayPal, you have to create your campaign, whatever that campaign is. And secondly, unless you're particularly good at marketing that campaign on the internet and social media, who's going to find it? I know one lady from Australia whose daughter fell off a balcony, and she went to GoFundMe to raise money. It took her 2 years to raise about 2,000 Australian dollars. And then she found out that she had to pay a percentage per donation to GoFundMe. Now, there's the main difference. With this company, what you're donating to each person, 100% of that donation goes from one person to another. Not one penny goes to the company, not one penny. So all the other companies, there's the question to ask, how are they making their money? Do you think PayPal and Facebook are doing it for the good of their health? They're making money. So they charge a percentage, and also you have to be good at promoting your campaign to be able to make it work. So
right. Okay. Duncan, more importantly than those particular ones, because I do get that.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about others that have cropped up that I've heard names like 50/50, whatever.
Okay.
What makes yours better than those?
Okay. Well, listen, I didn't want to mention any particular names, but seeing as you mentioned it, I mentioned a company that I was with previously. Why did I move from that company to this company? I'll tell you exactly why. Because there was no support in place. People were sending in tickets, and 2-3 weeks later they still hadn't got a reply. You cannot run a system like that. There were flaws in there, loads of issues, loads of problems. That is partly why Frank, the owner of this company, saw what was happening in other companies and decided this is too good a system to mess up by not creating a well put together system in the first place. So he already had the systems in place. So he said, I'm going to do this, and if I do it, I'm going to do it properly. And that's exactly what he did. So I hope that answers your question. I've never seen a company with support in place like this company. I've never seen a company, as an example, Frank is using technology, and it's technology that's going to help every system boom. As an example, he's already got translators in place, so that if, as an example, somebody sends in a support ticket in Chinese, they can translate that ticket into English, reply back in English, and it'll be translated back to any language, in any language anywhere in the world. That's technology, and Frank is really big on the technology side. So the difference, I would say, between this company and, say, any other company I know about out there, I'm not going to mention any names, but that is the key difference. The person behind it, the amount of experience he has had in business, the fact that he has a technology company, and it's technology that is going to help this expand this worldwide and provide us with the tools that will make it easier and easier for us.
Great answer. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Long way around to get there, but that's the gist of it.
And I didn't mean to single out that one particular
that's
one
all
I
right.
mentioned. Someone brought it up to me, and I had never heard. I mean, this is my first time hearing about any of this. But anyway, so they brought that up. Anyway.
Don't worry. I wouldn't knock the previous company. Without that company, I wouldn't have found Frank. And Frank wouldn't have made the decision to do it himself if he hadn't have found that company. So I think I'm a great believer in things happen for a reason. We were led to this place.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, unless anybody else has any more questions, I'm going to go and relax and see my wife, and before I get divorced.
Duncan, just one quick question. I think we've already answered it, but probably Steve didn't get it. He said, I expect in the details somewhere, but I assume you have to be at least 18 years of age to get involved.
You do, yes. I'm afraid, yes. You do need to be 18 years above, yes.
Yep, that's it, Duncan.
Okay, thanks very much, everybody. We will have another call Thursday night, 8 o'clock, same time. Colin, are you on the call? Can you unmute yourself, Cole? Cole,
yeah,
have you decided just before we go?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do Thursday night, mate.
Thursday night. Thursday night.
I will do Thursday day and I'll do Thursday night.
Okay. So Colin Simmons, what time are you going to do 11 o'clock, Colin, in the morning?
11 a.m. UK time on Thursday.
Okay.
And 8 p.m. UK time on Thursday.
Okay.
You wasn't going to do Tuesday, by the way. You'd change your mind on that one.
That's right. Yes, you're right. Sorry, mate. There's so much going on. Yes, you're right. Okay. So I will be doing the Tuesday night call. Colin will be doing the Thursday night and the Thursday morning call. And that call at 11 o'clock will help people in, it's mainly people in Australia, isn't it, Colin, for that time?
Yeah, it'll help those that are in Asia, Africa, Australia. That's part of the world, really.
Okay, great. Okay, thanks very much, everybody. Get back to the person who introduced you. Get your questions answered. If I can help anybody, give me a call, contact me, especially with it if it's you have problems with recruiting. It's simple, really. But my advice is go and listen to the training and just copy what Frank and Joe said. That is the best advice I could give anybody. Thanks very much, and I'll unmute everybody, and you can all say good night. Good night, everybody.
Brilliant call.
Good night.
Brilliant call, Duncan.
Good night, everybody.
Loved it.
Thanks, Duncan. Great call.
Very well.